Even a bolt cushion.
Yeah,
I used to carry a bolt, take a bolt cushion.
yeah,
Sit
yeah,
on a
absolutely.
camel bolt cushion.
Yeah, absolutely,
I
yeah.
mean, anything to just get you where you can sit comfortable and not fidget around.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I said, you get later in the day or even earlier in the year, you're trying to sit for 45 minutes, 45 minutes to an hour, hour and a half.
yeah,
And I mean, your call might not hear nothing, or one might gobble a long ways away,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden look, and you're trying to fidget around. I mean, and look with your eyes. A lot of people,
yeah, yeah,
look
yeah.
with your eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, turn with your eyes and look, and even move your head. Like I said, moving the gun, just move a little bit at a time. Just look with your eyes. I mean, watch both ways with your eyes.
Yeah, yeah,
So you're not snapping your head around, because they'll see that.
Wow.
They'll pick that movement up.
yeah. Chances are, if you're moving a lot, they're gonna see you long before you saw them.
Yep.
You might see them and it's probably running,
Yep.
or you'll hear them putt putt. Yeah.
Well, in fact, to give you an idea how
Yeah.
good they can see, from my deck to the edge of the field, where I seen those turkeys today, is 238 yards, but off my rangefinder.
Yeah.
And I walked out on the deck to walk around the barn to see where they were going into the woods,
Yeah.
and they were halfway across the field. And when I peeked around the barn, they were probably 3/4 of the way across the
Ooh.
field going away.
Yeah.
So when I walked out on the deck, I mean, they seen me.
Yeah.
They knew somebody was out there.
Wow. Yeah, something though.
Oh.
Yeah. Boy, it's just total instinct on their
Yep.
part. Yep. So you talked about the scouting and locating, and of course camo, and sitting comfortable. You talked
Yep.
about the seats. I mean, sitting in a blind versus sitting out in the open.
Yeah.
I guess
In the blinds, you can get away with a lot more.
Yeah, that's what I'm
the blinds,
thinking,
you
too.
can get away with a lot
Yeah.
more.
Yeah,
You
maybe
get
if you
a
get-
young person or
Yeah.
somebody that can't get still or
Yeah.
sit still.
Yeah.
Take them out, put them in a blind.
Yeah.
Put them in a blind. I mean, a lot of the blinds you can shoot right. Put the cloth windows down. Leave the mesh up. You can shoot right through the mesh.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I remember a guy I knew pretty well. He's no longer with us, but he was a heck of a hunter, really good hunter, and he knew his shortcomings, and his shortcoming was sitting still. He had about a 2 hour window of opportunity, but then he would shift and do something different. And I remember, we went turkey hunting, and he said, "I ain't gonna sit still. We need a blind." So
Yeah.
I stopped at the hardware store, and the only thing they had was a big roll of camo.
Oh yeah.
But it worked.
It worked.
It was a
Yeah.
blind.
Yeah. As long as it hides your movement.
Yeah, yeah.
As long as it'll hide your movement.
Yeah. Gee whiz, I mean, it's like a kid in a candy store, though. I mean, we talk about scouting and locating and camo and sitting out in the open, sitting on a cushion, staying comfortable, don't fidget. I mean, now you've got everybody that wants to get into turkey hunting saying, "Oh, wait a minute, how come he didn't start off with the call? That's the fun stuff."
Like I said, calling's only a small part of the turkey hunting pie.
Wow.
You're gonna then there's two types of call.
Okay.
There's your friction calls, which are your box calls, a little wooden box.
Yeah.
Now, Quaker Boy and a lot of companies are making them. You used to have to sand them and chalk them.
Yeah.
This one you don't have to anymore.
Well, that's
Water,
nice.
and then they're waterproof.
Oh, that's really
And that's
nice.
huge.
Yeah. With the humidity and everything else, and you're sitting on the ground, you're
Yep.
like, "Oh man, now it's
Yep.
all soaked."
Get them a little bit wet. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
That's what's nice. You're gonna get a call, get something like that.
Yeah.
There's glass, there's slate. This happens to be a glass. Like I said, I like a call that has the higher. It's a higher pitch. It's more of a
Okay.
ring to it, as opposed to or slate. From what I've found, if I turkey called in a calling contest, like I called in the woods,
Yeah.
I would have probably never won any of them,
Okay.
because I call a lot different in a contest than I do in the woods. I
Yeah.
look for a higher pitch call. I mix it up a lot, and it's
They want a textbook.
yeah. They want textbook. They don't want any mistakes in
Okay.
a calling contest.
Okay.
I don't think I was ever a great turkey caller as far as the contest, but what I had over everybody else, I was pretty good at all the calls.
Ah.
And there was a lot of guys were good at 3 calls, okay at 1, and not very good at the last one.
So I'm guessing, and of course I shouldn't say that. I've watched them on television. Down in Tennessee at
Yep.
Nashville, there the calling contest. That's so much fun to
Oh, yeah.
watch, man.
Yep.
And someday, hopefully, I'll run down there. But they are asking you to step up and say on stage or in front
Yep.
and do one call. Then they'll ask you to come back up. So they run through a whole gamut of
Oh, yeah.
several calls. And each call is getting a separate score or something.
Yeah, well, what they'll do is they'll have you, just like you said, yeah, then they'll score you on how it goes.
Okay.
You know, on how you score it. You know.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, you'll have a panel of judges, they'll throw the high, like 5 judges, they'll throw the high and the low out, and they'll add up the ones in the middle. And then that's how
Okay.
they
Yeah.
score it.
Yeah. Well, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'd rather be. I mean, if they give you 6 calls or whatever it is, I don't
Yeah.
know. I'd rather be second place in all of them than first place in one and
Yeah.
fifth place in another
Well,
one.
they'll total them up together, and then
Yeah.
they'll have, you'll go up there and you'll do, they'll say caller number 1, do
Yeah.
a hen yell.
Wow.
You'll do a hen yell, do
Yeah.
a cluck.
Yeah.
You'll do your cluck, purr,
Huh.
fly down cackle, cutting, whatever,
Yeah.
They'll have 5 calls and you'll do them all, then they score them. They throw the high and the low out, adds the ones in the
Okay.
middle, and the highest score is the guy that wins.
Yeah. So out in the woods, this is what the turkeys do for us. Then they'll come, they'll listen to all our calls.
Oh,
they'll go through you can move around.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And you're gonna kill 90% of the turkeys you're ever gonna kill with 3 calls. Your yelp, cluck, and your purr.
Really? Wow, I've been told that. I mentioned to you that my buddy John Jones, I mean, he's a fun guy
Yeah.
and just a gentleman. And, but he kind of talks about the same thing. And, keep it simple, don't
Yeah.
try and outthink it. And he said there are the advanced calling techniques that are kind of neat when you run into a flock that's just, what
Yeah.
is going on? He said,
Yeah.
but he said, like you just said, 90%,
And every call, like I mentioned, cutting and cackling, every call comes off a yelp or a cluck.
Ah,
I mean,
yeah,
every
you're
single
right.
call does.
Yeah,
there's-
interesting.
Every call will come off that. It's just one, like cutting is a more aggressive, more
Sharper.
louder than
Yeah,
clucking.
okay.
Than regular clucking. Or yelping. Yelping's said everything comes off a yelp or a cluck.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, give us a.
Okay. But
Nice.
anyway, the friction calls, or your box calls, your slate and your peg.
Yeah.
The air operated calls are your mouth calls.
Okay.
There's different tube calls. I don't have any that are tube calls, but this is basically what I carry when I hunted. I carry a box call,
Okay.
a slate and a peg, and 4 or 5 different diaphragm calls. And there's
Nice.
some push button calls.
Yeah.
I didn't bring one of them.
Yeah.
The push button call. Then every call is going to sound a little different.
Yeah.
Your box call, you can hold it. You can either hold it this way, where you can see about 1/3 of the lip.
Yeah.
I run it backwards. I'll
Yeah.
run it like this. And if you want to cluck, run it like this.
Yeah.
You have 2 different sounds. Your cluck.
Been a while since we had a turkey in the backyard, but maybe today we might find one a little
Yep.
bit later on.
Yeah. Your
Yeah.
purr.
Yeah.
You just drag it.
Oh, that's a nice purr. Well, I mean, if you were going to get one call, and I know there's other calls that can do everything, but man, that's a package.
If I would get probably 1 call, I would get a box call.
Nice.
You can do you can do all the calls that you're ever going to use to kill a turkey with.
Wow. Huh. A great advice.
And a little bit of, just kind of get back into the calling
Mm-hmm.
contests is where calling contests help, is you learn a bunch of different fall calls too.
Oh,
So
wow.
where
Yeah.
Kiki run is one of them. When the turkeys get separated or get lost and they do beep, 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 bro,
Oh,
bro,
yeah.
and they'll yell.
I've heard that
Yep.
one time, and
Yep.
it is
But
amazing.
you can use it in the spring sometime.
Huh.
I've used it a couple times in the spring.
Yeah.
And where you're learning how to use the call, but you're also learning when to use it. So it's just something you can throw into your arsenal. But as far
Okay.
as having to use it, you
Okay.
don't really need to use it.
When you're calling, I mean, I've been told a few different things or viewed them on the television on a hunting channel or something, but I mean, some guys will say, or some hunters will say, because you know, ladies hunting too. So, but hey, if you do nothing, just do what the hen does, or you're calling the hens, you're
Exactly
not really
right.
calling the gobblers.
Yep.
I mean, you're kind of, but you're not. And I
Yep.
thought, well, okay, what's your take on that?
Whatever the hen does, you do.
Okay.
If you call and you hear a hen start yelping, you yelp back at her.
Okay,
If she starts cutting or clucking at you, you know, you do the same. Whatever she does, you do.
okay.
Exactly right.
Reason being?
Because hens will have a pecking order. All the turkeys have a pecking order.
Okay,
Hens will have a pecking order too. So if that hen starts yelping, she's the dominant hen. She's
Yeah.
liable to come and try to run you off, and wherever that hen goes, them toms will follow. Most of the time.
right, right.
Not every time.
Well,
most
you
of
know,
the time.
not being raised on a farm, but you know, my brother-in-law, and he was
Yep.
raised on a farm. I will go over there and help out.
Yep.
You know, certain times of the year, usually when you know they're picking corn or something. But
Yep.
and I remember they had chickens, and they had a rooster, and there was always that one chicken that she was in charge.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Exactly right.
yeah. I mean, she was as mean as anything.
Oh, yeah.
You know, yeah. She didn't want you to come near anything.
Yep.
Yeah. Huh.
Yep.
That's interesting. That. Wow.
Yep. Do whatever the hen does.
Wow. Neat.
Then your other type of call, this is the glass call, it's got a wood case, some of them got plastic.
Yeah.
You're gonna hold that in your hand like this, stick that in the heel of your right hand,
Uh-huh.
and you're gonna take this just like a pencil, and you're just gonna tip the end away from it, draw circles. You can either draw circles or pull it towards you in a line.
Ooh, that's got some nice
Then
tone.
Clock, that's your yelp, the clock, and the purr. You can pull it towards you in a line. That's-
It's funny that call you have in your hand is not quite as, we'll say, boisterous
Right.
as the box.
Yep.
Can you tone back sometimes on the
Sure.
box? Okay.
Yeah,
all
yeah,
right,
you
good.
can just cut, yeah, you can cut it right back. Like I said, that's the biggest thing, is you gotta get a call. You can call loud to try to locate them, tone it down. The biggest mistake I think most people make,
Uh-huh.
probably still, is they're calling way too loud.
Oh man.
I mean, turkeys are always making noise, but and most of the time, they're not standing there going,